tell us that we couldn't demonstrate, that we had to go home, pack up, and leave. And we didn't just go away. You know, we would confront them about it, confront the cops about it, and say, what are you talking about? This is a peaceful demonstration. You know, don't you tell the world that in the United States there's a Constitution, a Declaration of Independence that secures the right to protest, you know, the right to demonstrate, the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion. I said, what does the Constitution say except move? I mean, what's going on here? What are you talking about? We can't have a peaceful protest, a peaceful demonstration. And that is when the beatings and brutality and jailing started. When we wouldn't just go away, the cops would beat us up, lock us up. I mean, man, woman, and child. Move men were beat bloody, beat into concussions and broken limbs. Move women the same. Pregnant move women were beat bloody, beat into miscarriage. Pregnant move women beat, stomped, kicked into miscarriage. Our children attacked, thrown over banisters. I mean, you know, they came at us to hurt us, not to arrest, you know, not to quell a dangerous situation because we had peaceful demonstrations. My sister, Alberta, Africa, was several months pregnant and made it clear that she was pregnant when we were at a demonstration at the Philadelphia Zoo. The cops arrested her. She constantly made it clear that she was pregnant. They took her to the police administration building along with other MOVE people that they arrested at a peaceful demonstration. And while she was in the police administration building, these four big, tall, white, racist cops drug her out of the cell. Alberta is like 4'11". 4'11". Drug her out of the cell, held her on the floor, spread eagle, while a black woman cop kicked her viciously and repeatedly until she suffered a miscarriage. My sister, Janine Africa, had a 3-week-old baby boy that she named Life Africa. And cops came out to MOVE headquarters when some MOVE people had been released from prison. One of our brothers drove our bus that we had to pick them up. They came home. It was like a Saturday night, and it was like 2 in the morning by the time they were released. And where MOVE headquarters was back in 1976 when this happened, it's a university area. Drexel University, University of Penn, there are frat houses all around there. And when the bus pulled up and our family that had been released from prison got off the bus, MOVE people came out to hug them, you know, kiss them, slap hands, welcoming them home. And cops came from 3 different districts saying that they got a call that we were disturbing the peace. Now, anybody that knows anything about frat houses know the kinds of parties that those fraternities had.
Right.
We lived, as I said, right in the middle of the university area, fraternity houses that had parties all the time. Never once did they come there and tell them, you know, they had to stop their party because they were disturbing peace. But they come out to our home on a Saturday night when we're just welcoming our family home, not blasting loud music or throwing beer bottles out a window or anything like that. So my family told them, look, there's no problem here. We're just welcoming our family home. You know, if you want to know about disturbing the peace, go to those frat houses and leave us alone. Well, the cops went crazy, start beating MOVE people, and one cop named Daniel Palermo, we know his name, knocked my sister Janine's 3-week-old baby from her arms, was beating her, knocked her down, and the baby's head was crushed.
Oh.
3-week-old baby. And, you know, of course, nothing was done about it. You know, of course, the prosecutor's office would not prosecute, you know, because MOVE people have our babies naturally at home, you know, and we don't need a certificate from this system to authenticate the life, you know, of a baby. They tried to say, well, we don't know that there ever was a baby. I mean, they said all kind of crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
That made no sense.
Right.
And this is the kind of treatment, you know, that MOVE people got. And MOVE people made it clear. I mean, after numerous beatings and, you know, a number of our babies being murdered by police, both born and unborn. You know, 2 of my other sisters were on their way to the grocery store. The cops stopped them. They were obviously pregnant, one black, one white, obviously pregnant. The cops threw them stomach first up against the side of the police van, took them into custody, handcuffed them in, you know, in the back, and put them in the van, drove them around, then took them to the police station, would not let them go to the bathroom or anything. They were traumatized so bad, both of them suffered miscarriages, you know. So this is the kind of thing that MOVE was faced with. And so, you know, unlike some people, pacifists, you know, MOVE is not pacifists. We are not pacifists. We believe in the law of life. We are uncompromisingly opposed to violence, okay? But we are not stupid nor confused. We do believe in the principle of self-defense, which is the law of life. There is not a species of life on this earth that is not coordinated by life, by the God of life, Mama Nature, to defend itself and protect itself when threatened.
Right.
And that's the law that MOVE believes in. Like I said, we're uncompromisingly opposed to violence. But you are not violent when you defend yourself.
Right.
But if you are threatened and attacked and you refuse to defend yourself, then you are violent because you are masochistic, ultimately suicidal, which is extremely violent. You're endorsing and perpetuating violence when you are violated and you refuse to defend yourself or do what's necessary, do whatever you can to stop that violence, you know, then you are violent. But when you defend yourself against attacks, then you are not violent. You are defensive. You are doing what's necessary to protect and defend yourself, you know. And like I said, there's not a species of life that isn't in sync with that principle, you know, that law. But those running this system are so crazy that they want to convince people that you're criminal, you're violent, you're wrong for defending yourself. Like you have no right to defend yourself. Well, you know, MOVE is not confused. You know, we're not stupid and we're not confused.